Sounds like we're a little quiet. Alright, looks like I got everything fixed there. Alright, so I can go ahead and let you guys know what we're going to start doing for the night. So, first things first, I want to get some basic power generation set up. I want to square some stuff away there, make sure that everything is kind of not future-proofed, but at least set up for the next little bit to where we don't have to worry about having any power shortages, power supply issues, anything like that moving forward for the next few episodes. Um, After that, I want to get a couple of the basic machines set up in the pack. I don't know exactly what is going to be the easiest to get started with first, but we shall see. So let's take a quick look at our quest book and see what the quest book recommends for early game power. Let's see, starting out the next chapter, it wants us to go on to, is it the cool parts? Okay, it is the cool parts. So, generator galore, flux power. We're going to definitely get into flux networks. These are going to be pretty great for transferring electricity. Everything's wireless. They're actually pretty cheap to get into as well. Let's see. Boundary. That sounds cool. Never actually messed with that. It sounds kind of like Tinker's Construct. I say we do something different and start trying to mess with the foundry. Clay balls and sand. We can make fire clay, smelt the fire clay to get fire bricks. Then combine 4 fire bricks to make the start to our foundry. It'll make the black fire bricks, but you can dye them, so that's okay. We're okay with black. We'll make black for now. Let's say sand and clay balls. Can we bookmark that? That's probably a good idea. Fire brick, black fire bricks. Just in case. Productive metalworks. I like that. So you guys, fire brick, fire clay, we need sand and clay. Both pretty easy resources to get our hands on. Man, my speakers are still turned way up. Okay, that's much better. Alright, so we don't immediately have sand and clay, but I can change that relatively quickly. Let's grab our compressed iron hammer. Actually, before we do this, let's make getting the clay a little bit easier, because I presume we're going to need quite a bit. Let's do something. So we've got... Where do we put our clay barrels at? Where do we end up moving those to? Ah, that's right. Witchwater. So, if we take one of... trying to think of the best way to do this. We could just make a hopper. I feel like that'll work. If I take the dust, and then I snag our bucket. Okay. Much better. Much better. Okay. That was weird. I can just place these by hand. I'm lazy. play some fast. Oh! No way. Buddy, I'm pretty sure all of those are crap. The ice might come in handy. But I don't know about it. I want builder's wand. Too lazy, guys. It's almost broken. Okay, that was nauseating. I'm sorry. That was bad. Okay. We'll sieve the rest of what we got. Boop-bop. 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 Bop. I feel like that's a decent chunk. I don't really know. I've never messed around with this mod, to be 100% honest with you guys. And now let's go seed. Okay, so basic power generation. The game had me craft this magmatic generator, or this lava generator. So I really want to get to the point where we can get lava generation kind of squared away on lock. So once we get done with this sieving, I want to go ahead and see if we can set up a basic automated setup for that. I'm just going to use our cobble generator. I'm going to pipe a little bit of its supply directly into the crucibles across the way, and that's going to automatically generate lava for us. And then from there, that should give us enough to supply our magmatic generator thingadoohickey with what we need. Gunpowder. Nope. Gunpowder. And the rest goes in here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clay? No? Okay. Put clay in there. Let's see. So, magmatic generator, basic energy cube, wind generator. I'll go ahead and use both of those in conjunction. So first, let's see what it takes to get some. Whoa! I accidentally opened the weather app. Let's see what it takes to get some item transfer pipes. Basic logistical transporter. Okay, it sounds like a lot. Pipe. Pipes. Item pipes. Very easy. Dropper. Cobblestone. Redstone. Iron. No problem, Bob. Redstone. Iron. Don't have much of that. And a little bit of cobblestone there. I'll say we'll probably need 48 cable should do. And then boom, 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 boom. Okay. I'm good at math. And then, do we have a wrench from pipes? No. Do we just get a wrench from pipes? No. But we did get some fire clay. I'll go ahead and smelt that. Boop. Okay. Wrench. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Not gonna count that. 20, not gonna count that. 22, 23, 24 wrenches. And this one doesn't even look like a wrench. Oh, mode wrench. It is called a wrench. 24 wrenches. Why? Which one of you is the one I need? Pipes. Flint, flint, nickel rod, nickel rod. I can use any flavor stick. Any flavor stick will do. Very convenient crafting recipe, I will say. Nobody saw that. Alright. Let's take a quick break from the machines, because we need more resources. Ooh, man, I'm so bad at ladders. Do we have any ender pearls? If we have 2 ender pearls, 3 ender pearls. 1, okay. 2 more ender pearls, and I'm making elevators. We have elevators, right? Perfect. Perfect. Boom. Gravel. Boom. Resources. Should really look into getting the upgraded mesh once we get the foundry set up. I feel like that's going to help us smelt our ore, and I feel like it's going to help us double our ore as well. Now, I could be guessing. I'm definitely guessing. I'm kind of comparing it in my mind to Tinker's Construct with the smelteries, at least with the immediate crafting recipe and the affiliation with that and the fire brick. Very, very similar. I'm hoping to see a lot of similarities with the setup between the two. Smelteries are very easy multi-blocks to get into, and we're looking for an easy grind to the top. Let's see, got a little bit more gravel on us. Hopefully we can get a nice little stockpile of iron going on here, and then from this will allow us to go ahead and get those pipes going. I was wanting to make some energy pipes, some item pipes, and some fluid pipes. A little bit of an excess of all of them, just to kind of ensure that no matter what we're doing early on with transfer, whether it's, you know, any of those 3, we're covered. And this pipes mod actually, it's pretty versatile. It's very handy. Might have to make a compacting drawer for our flint as well. This is getting a little out of hand on that. Okay. And goes up in there. Let's go back to at pipe. Let's go ahead and bookmark these. I feel like we're probably going to be using them a lot. This guy, we need buckets. And then the energy pipe, we need a bunch of redstone. Small amount of iron. I'll take it. Okay. Go ahead and put these fire bricks here in the miscellaneous chest for now. I always miss that jump. What in the world? Hello? Where are these chickens at? Come on. I've come to rescue you. Where was your friend? Okay, you follow me. Follow me. Where did he go? Come here. Brother. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Alright, let's go find your buddy. Aha! Who are you hanging out with? Little fella? Come here, chicka chicka chicka. Alright! We've got our first passive mobs. Let's go. And we have 2 of them, so we can immediately start breeding them. Do you guys like seeds too? Whirly sprigs? No? You guys are just magical. Just cool. Just some cool fellas. Oop. Bop. Drop. I don't know what these whirly sprigs do, man, but I just caught me a bunch of them. Alright. I told you guys. I have ADHD. And if that wasn't immediate proof of it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Alright. Go ahead. Grab. Looks like we just need redstone and iron at this point. So we're going to go ahead and make a couple fluid pipes. I try to not need many of these. As crazy as that sounds. And then energy pipes. These are what's probably going to be the most expensive for us. And again, I'm going to try to not I'm gonna try to not need many of these. Jeez. Alrighty. So, with our oak draw, let me actually run back upstairs and grab le bucket. Real quick like. We're gonna want you. I need another bucket. I know I could have just used one of the buckets upstairs, but it's probably for the better that we just have 2 iron buckets for crafting anyways. And please tell me you hold your... Okay. Should I have known that before I tried it? 100%. YOLO. Alright, so we're gonna put block generator here. Oop. Oop. Absolute professional. Water, lava, and place you back. Sure. No, I don't like it. Oof. Generator still works. Okay, you guys are about to be no longer in existence if we keep this up. Item pipes, now that should be fine. Yep, I wanted that one there, for certain. Now, we use our wrench, and anywhere we shift click, this is nighttime. Anywhere that we shift click is going to automatically kind of transfer. So 4 items every 20 ticks, not the fastest, but it's definitely going to be fast enough to keep up with our burn rate right now. So now we can fluid pipe. Now we can fluid pipe out. Now we can... He's standing right there. Thank you. Okay, now we can fluid pipe out, and on this side we're going to have to shift click each one of the crucibles, because they each need to have their own output. Now if we wanted to do this the right way, we should put a tank in line, that way it has a bit of a buffer, and it's not just pumping directly into a machine or a generator, so I think that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and sleep real quick, and I'll try to find out which is the best tank to make, and we'll go from there. Tank. Probably just gonna make these mechanism tanks. They're pretty quick and easy. Excuse me. That animation is sick. That's like pouring down into the tank. Boom! Oh my goodness. This is actually seems to be a pretty efficient generator. Okay, I guess we can't. Oh, it's because that's the wrong pipe. Now it's configured to only have an input. All those are squared away and set up. Yeah, see, we're not making lava fast enough for. Well, I guess it will eventually fill up, but we've got a pretty solid. Honestly, it's all even. It appears. Now let's make some machines. We've got the first half of the title complete. Basic power generation. And we didn't even have to use our wind generator. We could totally put that away until we need him. So now, I kind of want to get into... We don't have refined storage. Let's see. I wonder how simple A2 would be able to get into. Certus Quartz Charger. Oh, a charger is extremely easy to craft. We need our Certus Quartz. Oh, okay. Easy. Yeah, we're going to get into applied energistics. Going to go ahead and make us some Fluix crystals. How many can we make? Does it need the charged? Yeah. Alright. So now that we're getting applied energistics set up, I don't want to make a whole bunch of discs. So we're going to make a storage area. We're going to need a bunch of wood for that. I want to use full-size drawers for everything. Just these simple 1x1 oak drawers. So we're going to need a buttload of chests, a buttload of planks. That was almost a buttload of sticks. Boom. That was easy. And now we need a controller from functional storage controller, which is going to be 2 of our drawers, 2 quartz blocks, some stone, and oh, hello, we have a friend. Yeah. 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 Yup. Now we're gonna need a. I wonder if I can just search tool and get to them easier. Linking tool and a configuration tool. These guys. Oof. Oof. We gonna need some iron mesh. Okay. We can work with this. We can work with this. The controller comes secondary anyways. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Well, he's facing the wrong way. Alright, and we'll put our controller guy right there for the time being. Even though we can't link him up yet, he'll just be there for the aesthetic. Now, let's go ahead and start transferring some stuff into it. I know we're not going to be able to get much in there, but the reason we're doing this is when using applied energistics, if you know what that mod is, it's a digital storage mod. It allows you to put all of your items in one screen, effectively. You don't have to dig through each and every chest to find everything. And you'll see we already have these really nice mods that are already storage related. And we've already spent some resources on them, like these chests, those barrels out there, and not much resources. And then you look at the applied energistics storage drives, storage cells, and they start getting kind of wicked with the crafting recipes. Okay, they require machines to make. I just made a stack of barrels with this table, and I have a stack of logs left over. So my point being, I can store bulk items in those barrels. I can store thousands of one specific item type in a barrel and void the excess. Once that barrel gets full, anything else that gets put into it is just going to get deleted. So at that point, I'm not going to be clogging up any extra storage systems, no chests. There's not going to be any lag from items popping out onto the ground. It all works nice and dandy. And then I can actually tie that in to the applied energistic system with these storage buses. If you check these guys out, the ME storage bus. Now these extended AE ones I'm not too familiar with, but the storage bus allows you to place it on the side of a the side of an inventory, and any connected inventories to that inventory will then become part of your system. So if I use my linking tool, connect all these up to the storage controller, pop a storage bus on this one block, under the ground or something crazy like that, I can see everything in every drawer linked to it. So it can get pretty overpowered, very easy to upgrade, very easy to extend, and then if you fill this one out, if you place every block you can place in that drawer network, build another one. It'll cost less than making a single storage drive, I almost guarantee it. Now, let's do this. Let's accept some quests real quick. Oh, extra pipes. Read all about it. Now, we can take our newfangled pipes and start looking into making that IMI controller. Got a whole bunch of skystone here. I don't know if we're going to need it. Probably should have kept a bunch of that skystone dust realistically, but who cares? ME controller, engineering processor. We need an inscriber. Interesting. Easy. We need more iron. Let's clean our inventory out. And go on a quick resource grind. We're going to need a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff. I'll take it. I'll take it. I need a couple pieces of iron to repair our hammer. I think it would be a worthwhile investment right now. I 100% believe that it would be a worthwhile investment to use this iron instead of making an inscriber. Go ahead and make the next tier of iron mesh, because we're not going to be able to use the inscriber to make the parts that we want until we get diamonds, because the parts we want require diamonds. So I say we go ahead and change gears just a little bit. We will immediately divert back upon this path and then go from there. Get a quick drink. Excuse me. My throat is not cooperating with talking tonight. love that noise. Honestly, one of the most satisfying things of playing Minecraft. Ooh, we could have put all of our flint outside while we were outside. That's probably the bulk of what's in our inventory right now. Oh yeah. I already almost need to upgrade that barrel, honestly. Okay. Now, excuse me. Hit a quick sort, hit a quick deposit. Ooh, actually, with all of these ore chunks in my inventory, I'm gonna hit K on all of them. I forgot about doing that. Can I K the coal into coal blocks? No. One could only wish. One can only dream. Is that all? I think that's all. Can't do it while you're in a chest. Man, that's such a cool feature. Such a neat feature. I don't think our hammer is going to take all this. Nope. Got enough copper to make another one, though. Don't have sticks. One too many stick. Alright. Now, for the mesh. The next tier of iron stiffened mesh, we need 100 iron. 100 iron. I don't think we've got 100 iron yet. So, let's do that all again. Let's do it all again, shall we? I keep pausing my game whenever I mean to open up my crafting on a stick. Does that mean it's a bad control bind? Bad keybind? If I keep messing it up over and over and over again? Alright. I'm hoping this one will give us enough iron. very entertaining, I know. This is a grind. This is the grind, folks. Soon enough, we won't be worrying about doing that. Our own. It'll be done for us, and everything will be beautiful. I'm going to put all this dripstone in a bin over here. We're almost there. We're going to get there. This is definitely going to be our 100 iron. A stack in 36. That's not 25. Ouch. I love how these look like the base unupgraded string almost. Alright, see what they can do. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Immediate emerald drops. I don't see a diamond floating yet. There's one. There's another one. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, We got 'em. I'm curious what those blocks are. Not 100% certain on what them are. Okay, that black block is kiwi. Not sure what that does. Jeez, that's a lot of drops. Oh, picked up one of the emeralds. Looks like we are out. So this is the first time we've got some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and deposit some of the more bulk items away. Astroine. Probably won't immediately be needing much of this. I'm not 100% certain though. I could be completely wrong. Pretty blocks though. Could definitely see myself building with them in the eventualities. Very aesthetically pleasing. I like the colors and the patterns. I'd be willing to bet if we got chisel in here, those can be really cool. Yep. Okay, so it looks like we stopped getting dripstone. That's pretty cool. Perfect. It's a bunch of resources. Bunches of resources. Bunches, I say. Alrighty. Now let's go back to making that inscriber. Oh, we can actually make our linking tool now and our configuration tool. Do we have any sugarcane? No. Do we have any paper? No. How can we make paper? Do we have the kelp recipe? We do not have the kelp recipe. Farmer's Delight. Tree bark. Cutting board? Oh. Oh, we're just going to make a cutting board then. Call me naughty. Alright. What these are going to do is really allow us to pump up the abilities. Oh, I did it perfect. Pump up the abilities of Eoldi. Excuse me. Okay, those are all linked, those are all linked. Those are all linked. So, now, I can take some flint out of here. Come over to this guy. Even though they're not touching, he deposited it exactly where he needs to. Now we're going to take our configuration tool and set it to lock. And we're just going to go through and lock all of our drawers. What this is going to do is if they ever reach a zero quantity, they're going to remember the item that they're supposed to have. So, for example, these guys that have less than a stack, if I take all of that out, it'll actually display a zero quantity with a kind of like a ghost item. That way, right? That way, you know that no matter what happens, that item will always go back where he belongs, where he needs to go. And make sure those are all locked. Okay. I wonder if I can click on the controller and mass. I can. I can mass lock and unlock everything. That would have been cool to know a minute ago. Now you know. Alright. Get out of that gloomy weather. Now we have some more quests to complete. I'll wait. I'll wait a minute. We don't immediately need any of those items. Excuse me. Clear our inventory just a bit. Alright. Now, the next step to getting applied energistics set up is going to be getting our inscriber. So, looks like we need some iron, copper, redstone. We're running low on redstone. That's going to be another sieving session. Sand. We can't get red sand right now. So sand and an iron mesh. 10% chance. It's dust. Okay, so just dust. Dust is all we're doing. And I don't have any dust. Have you replenished? Oh, yeah. This is going to be a lot of dust. Been meaning to do that one for a minute. Can I just repair the iron? Oh my gosh. I thought these had been like breaking. Well, I feel stupid. Just in case. Looks like our hammer's about to go too. Put a chunk on that. While we're thinking about it. those bad boys off. Almost. I repair them with nuggets. No. I cannot. Ooh, sulfur. I'll take some new drops. Those are always welcome. Again, a lot of this stuff that I'm picking up, I immediately want to go storage for it, just because I see no reason. Like, we're not immediately using any of this stuff. I feel like since we're going so nose heavy into applied energistics right now, we don't necessarily need to bring it into the house. And if I need it, oh my god, 30 blocks, we'll be okay. This way I can just keep some of those chests kind of clutter-free. And once we get applied energistics set up, and I get the basic, you know, all of our items on one screen type deal going, I don't want to go anything too crazy or advanced or anything wild. But once we get a basic setup arranged, I am going to go ahead and set up that smelter that we were talking about a little bit ago. I do see the early game benefit in that. 100%. Sulfur we can put out here. All of the gems. Infinity. Certus Quartz Dust we're probably going to need. And go ahead and bring the rest of this stuff. So, well, we can go put bone meal out here too, why not? Now, we've got everything set up on our drawer system. Boom. How handy is that? Let's go to sleep, see if we can't clear this room. How long have we been going? About an hour. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Excuse me. All right. Inscriber. Get a little stockpile of redstone again. Just don't want to run out, man. That's 7 iron, 1 copper. Easy. Not as easy as I thought. grabber. This guy gets to go down here on Yoldi energy cell. And I'll go ahead and take some Sturgis quartz crystals down there as well, because we're probably going to have to charge some more. Perfect. Now, ME controller, we need the engineering processor, which is going to be printed silicon, printed engineering circuit, and a redstone. So we need the engineering presses. How? Oh, iron plate. This is going to get pretty involved, I guess. Okay, so printed engineering circuit requires the okay. Oh, I'm gonna pretend like we didn't see that because I don't know how to make that yet. Iron plate accepts tag. Okay, so we can just take our Warhammer, two of those guys. Okay. Got some dust and a diamond. Got some dust and a diamond. I should have grabbed another diamond. Alright. We now have our printed engineering circuit. Now we basically need to do the same thing in order to get another type of press, the silicon press. And now we can make our printed silicon circuits. And from here, we can combine that with a piece of redstone, which we don't have. To make our final piece of the ME controller. Boom. the Sturdy Quartz crystals. Those are always welcome. We need our Fluix. We need our Skystone. We need our crafting square. We need our ME controller recipe, Skystone block. We need to smelt the Skystone again. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? I just want to make some cool stuff, some useful stuff, some stuff to, you know, make our game easier, make my stream better, make the race for the All the Mod Star a little bit more attainable. No, we can't do that. Heck no. Alright, ME controller. Boom, done. That, ladies and gents, is how you make machines. Not even simple machines. The title of this video is a lie. I'm a clickbaiter. I'm a horrible person. I make bad videos, bad content. What am I gonna do? Alright, back. Top output. None. Back. Output. Boop. Bop. Grab a wrench. Smack that. Boop. Go up. Boop. 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 Where's the hole? Locate the hole. Break the pipe. Add the pipe. Add the pipe. And now we can throw our controller down. So we finish running this pipe up here. Throw our controller down, and it should get power. What do you say? And now we can make. Let's see what the quest book says to do. Enemy control. Oh no! Oh no! Manual rolling machine, engineer's hammer. Oops. Fast track a little bit of the quest book a little bit. At applied energistics, we want the crafting grid. Where's all my grids at? Okay. And then for the annihilation core, we've already got the logic processor. For the formation core, we've already got the logic processor. Let's see here. All right. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Quick recess. And I'll be right back in about 5. press, charged Certus quartz, or just normal Certus quartz, iron plate. Easy enough. Need some more skystone dust. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Jesus. that is good. And what we're going to do now is, can I adjust priority? Plus 100. You know what I mean? We want this to go immediately to here. If it can be stored here, we want it stored here. If not, we're going to have it piped into our chests, which is what we're going to do most likely next. But first, I want to go through here and get some of the things that we have, bulk storage of, mass storage, and kind of clean my inventory up first and foremost. But I want to go through and get all the stuff that we have bulk, a whole lot of, and thin it down to where our system can start becoming more useful. Let's see here. Lapis can definitely go out there. Well, actually, we need to start making compacting drawers. Let me go get a stack of wood. Okay, that's what I wanted. Alright, this should allow us a little bit better control of our storage in terms of metals. Compacting drawer